going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media, and today is the day that we get to talk about a Ravens football game happening 1 hour away from the beginning of the show. We love to do these before the game, 1 hour after the game, for as long as people want to talk. Joshua, how are you feeling? Getting ready for this game against the Tennessee Titans.
Oh man, got off work early, so was able to get home, get myself together. So I'm ready to see my Ravens back in action. Being able to, unfortunately, even though it is a preseason game, we are bringing back the rivalry, between Tennessee and the Ravens. The Eddie George and the Ray Lewis stories. Them getting disrespectful on our field, and we paid them back that same respect in the playoffs. So even though it's a preseason game, it's still a rivalry game. And then we got to think about it. This is the first game of the season where it's going to change many of these young men and even the older guys, some of the vets' lives, because they will be fighting hard for a spot on a 53-man roster. And I'm looking forward to, that corner battle, that wide receiver battle. I know everybody's pissed off or a little upset that we didn't get Julio, or maybe want to still call out to see if we can get Odell or Will Fuller. I know the cornerback market is very slim to none. So we working with what we working with, but y'all, these guys are going to come out and play, and they're going to play their hearts out. And I'm looking forward to see it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the preseason is so underrated. I feel like during the preseason, people recognize how great it is, but it's so underrated because, like you said, I mean, this is the first time that so many of these guys have a chance to prove it, right? Because yes, you can do it in practice, but if you can only do it in practice, you're not going to be valuable to this team. And if you may not be having the best of practices because maybe you're a linebacker and they're like, hey man, you got to guard Mark Andrews every day in practice. You're going to struggle. But all of a sudden you get to go up against maybe a team that doesn't have a great tight end, or you get to go against players that maybe you've played against because you were just a college player. You can start to step up, and people really start to recognize guys. There's been a lot of players from the Ravens over the years, and through of course other teams, where you hear about them all training camp, right? Oh, this guy's playing great. This guy's playing great. And then you watch the preseason game and you're like, where's that guy? Yeah. Where is he? I'm not seeing him. And then all of a sudden you get guys like Tim White who come out of nowhere. I think he came out of Utah, if I'm remembering correctly. And it was like he was dominant in the preseason. Unfortunately, I think he broke his hand. And then the next year he got injured. And then the Ravens had already kind of replenished the wide receivers. But it was like, this guy would have made the team. Guys that are able to come in and dominate in the preseason. That's when we really got to find out about Tyler Huntley, right? Where because it was like, okay, yeah, Lamar's buddy, we'll see if he can really do it. And all of a sudden, we were watching preseason games. It was like, okay, this guy can do it. And then Lamar got hurt, and people were like, we've seen what Tyler Huntley can do.
Yeah.
And he did the same thing in the NFL season. So there's so many different things to watch. We obviously got a full hour before things start. I'm going to pull up. I lost my mouse there for a second. I see Void's in here. Void, how are you doing?
What's going on, baby?
Dawson.
I love the fact that you brought up Tyler Huntley because, literally, let's not forget another preseason star that's now playing for the Detroit Lions. We saw so much within those 4 games that we knew that he can one day come in and be a fine specimen. He played one good season. Thankful that he was healthy enough to do that, and he showed that he can go out there and play and make plays as well. So I mean, we literally had talent everywhere. Those guys just need that time to shine.
Yeah, I think there's just so many guys to look out for. I see Zach's in here. How you doing, Zach? Void says, looking forward to seeing Jalen Armour-Davis versus Treylon Burks. I don't know if Jalen Armour-Davis is healthy.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I think he's been a little banged up.
He's been banged up. So I don't know if, I think Pepe Williams has been healthy. We don't know the exact. The Ravens haven't released anything on who's playing. They've released, I think, 5 guys that aren't. Lamar, Mark Andrews, Justin Houston, Marlon Humphrey, and there was somebody else. I cannot remember exactly who it was, but they're not playing. Other than that, it's a complete mystery. So I am really excited to see Treylon Burks though, and whoever lines up against them, whatever Ravens cornerback, whether it's Darius Washington, stepping out into the slot from the safety position, or Brandon Stevens playing on the outside, or Pepe Williams, or any of them. I want to watch them, and it's going to be physical.
Most definitely, it got to be. It's 3 games. It's literally fight or flight right now for these guys if they want to, make their dreams come true. I mean, they're halfway there. You still got another stepping stone to get over. So I mean, they're gonna, from the kickoff to the fat woman singing, they're gonna get out there and play their hardest because they want to prove that they belong in the NFL, and I respect that.
And guys, let us know players that you're really excited to see play. I see Raymond. How you doing, Raymond? Says, I'm thinking Travis Jones and Isaiah Likely are going to have a big game. And I think both of them are definitely going to play a lot. They're both going to be in prominent roles. Like, Isaiah Likely is going to be tight end 1. I expect him to play probably the first half to really find out who he is. Yeah. And Travis Jones will probably play the first half as well. He may play into the second half with the Ravens defensive line depth. Like, they're not trying to play Calais Campbell. They're not trying to play Michael Pierce too much, so Travis Jones can definitely get a lot of playing time, and same with Isaiah Likely. Do you think either of them makes a big play tonight, or is it just like I think they're both going to be really solid? But
I think both do. I think Travis Jones is going to get in the backfield and try to chase down Malik Willis. That's going to be fun to see. I feel like Isaiah Likely is going to, I feel like he's going to stretch the field, go for a 40-yarder, take it to the house.
Okay, I like it. I want to see a big play tonight because
I think we deserve it.
We have not seen a big play,
in
like a full season. Like I said, the last half of the year, I mean, there was just no big plays. The biggest play was the Tyler Huntley deep ball to Rashad Bateman that didn't count as a touchdown. I don't know why. The refs just decided, sorry, Rook, you don't get your first career touchdown today. And that was about 37 or 40 yards or so. So, there's going to be a lot of different guys to watch. Zach, which Huntley? Tyler or Brett?
Ooh.
There's 2 Huntleys. I'm excited to see the other rookie quarterback out of Oregon. Is it Spencer Brown? I think. I got to look it up. I swear I always get this dude's name wrong. And it'll also be easier when I'm just trying to remember where everyone is set up. Okay, Zach, Tyler Huntley makes more sense. Oh, Anthony Brown. Okay. Anthony Brown would be really interesting. Tyler Beatty. Okay, I got to pull up a better depth chart. I want to see Ben Cleveland stand out and Dalen Hayes. Yeah.
I definitely looking forward to seeing Dalen Hayes get back out there on the field for sure. I'm gonna go with Malik Harrison as well. I just gotta see what my guys working with.
Joshua, I have not heard this guy's name once.
Talk to me.
Is Ben Mason? What is the deal? I tried to, I see on our lads they have him listed, but I was trying to look stuff up and I'm like, I don't find anything about it. There's been no mention of him in articles. Nothing's happened with Ben Mason. I know we signed him. I'm pretty sure he's still here. Is he going to play?
Is he on a future type of deal or something like that?
I think they signed him to this year. I know they
did that with Nate. I know Nate's on a future deal, something like that.
Yeah. And Nate, I saw Nate in the Ravens Wired. Harbaugh's talking with Nate and stuff. I have not heard anything about Ben Mason, which is very frustrating because all we heard about, man, Harbaugh, Mama Harbs loves Ben Mason.
But all I say is this: for the simple fact of him leaving because he got confrontational with the coaches, and y'all bring him back now. I like the fact that you bring him up that we haven't been hearing nothing about him. It's it was a pointless signing. So I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he stays the mystery man. But I don't know. I guess we got to find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
I'm did we ever even get to see him play last year? I think he got cut before the preseason. Like,
he got into it with I think was it Hard? So he got into. I think he got into it with him, and I think they cut him like that next day or like that same something like that.
Watch Ben Mason just dominate. Like, it would be hilarious. Like, he's playing on like kickoff, gunner stuff like that, and just starts laying people out. It'd be hilarious.
It'd be interesting to see if he gets out there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was like laying. I can't remember if I was laying in bed or something, and I was just like, "Is Ben Mason on the roster right now?" And I was trying to look it up, and I was like, "I don't know." So I appreciate. Someone said that they saw him on the Ravens site. So Bentley says, I'd be rooting for the O's. That's the next two hats that I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get an Orioles hat, and I'm trying to get a Ravens hat. Problem is, I can never find a good Ravens hat. Once I find a good Ravens hat, it'll be coming.
Bentley, are they tied with Tampa Bay? I know they're like in the bottom half.
I saw they were a half game out of
the wild card.
Yeah,
they can slip in.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Dodgers. We ain't got to worry about that. What about your Braves?
They're in the wild card right now. They're kind of struggling, but they've won a couple series in a row. But they're in the wild card right now. I think the number 2 wild card. Let's see here. People keep mentioning a lot of names, so I want to get to them.
And make sure y'all smashing the like button and putting hashtag TTB fan in the chat. We're trying to get trending, y'all. Football season. Help us out.
Here we go. Justin Stevens says, I want to see Malik and Bateman. Yeah, I expect Bateman to play he may only play a drive, but I think all the other guys will play a lot more. I think we'll see a lot of Prochet, Duvernay, Wallace, and then all the other, Shamar Bridges and, etc. But Malik Harrison, I think we'll see a good amount of Malik Harrison because he's coming into his 3rd year, and he's
on the bubble for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if he's on the bubble, but he's he's on the bubble of playing consistently. Like, is he going to become just a routine special teams player, or can he sneak his way, past Josh Bynes into the starting role? And, maybe the Ravens do something and, bring in some guy named Roquan Smith, and that pushes him down a little farther. But
we'll talk about that. But no, I definitely feel like Malik Harrison is going to get a more chance at outside linebacker. I feel like he definitely is athletic enough, and he does have the build. He has put his hand down on the ground, in the 3 technique. So I definitely feel like he'll probably be seeing a lot more outside linebacker work than anything because they have been trying to transition him over there. Having a specimen like a Patrick Queen and a Malik Harrison on the field at the same time, you need those type of players. When we had Ray Lewis, Peter Boulware, Ed Hartwell, all those type of guys, they had to be on the field together. When they was on the field together, they got the job done. So, I definitely like Malik Harrison's chances, and I hope he just come out and play and makes his name and make it known that he's here to stay.
This is an interesting question. If the receivers have a bad night, do we go shopping?
No, I don't think shopping win. Are we going to the outlet store?
Like, the only good wide receiver available is Odell, and he won't be able to play till, November. So, going after someone right now. And also, like, a bad preseason game is fine because guys like Bateman, obviously you hope they have chemistry with Huntley now that they've played half a season. But the goal is they have chemistry with Lamar. There may be miscues. They may not have the timing right. Like, who do these guys train with in the offseason? Bateman, Prochet, they're linking up with Lamar Jackson working on that deep ball. Unfortunately, they're not going out there and being like, hey, Tyler Huntley, let's work on some timing routes to really dominate in the like, that's not what they're looking for. It's all on an individual level, and they may not put up great stats, but I expect the Ravens receivers to look pretty solid. Whether or not they have, 150 yards or whatever it is, like, that's not going to happen. But I think they're going to be consistently open. We're going to see a couple of plays. And then the Ravens, they love to start taking the big shots in the third, fourth quarter when they have the guys competing for roster spots, because that's what they need, right? The big plays aren't going to come from the Ravens starters because they don't have the chemistry with Tyler Huntley, and the Ravens undrafted guys and the guys they brought in. Those are the big play threats. Those are the jump ball guys, right? Shamar Bridges. We may be able to see Slade Bolden. Maybe he runs a great route. Cooks some defender. Whatever it is. That's going to be the third, fourth quarters when we're going to be able to start seeing like the really flashy stuff, I think. But there's a lot of guys to watch. Maybe Tylan Wallace or James Prochet Moss is somebody, but that's maybe the only kind of chance.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see with all the work that they put in, with all the trust that Lamar Jackson has in these guys. I think they are on the same page of proving the NFL wrong, that this wide receiver core can make things happen. Us as fans, I ain't gonna lie, I do have my speculations, I do have my doubts, but at the same time, the only thing I can do is trust the team that they put out there and hope for the best, and that that we get the best production out of everybody, and everybody play at the top of the game.
I see. Ooh, Justin Stevens. I'm very curious about Treylon Burks. Just curious. Hope he doesn't ball out too much. So right now, I love Treylon Burks coming out of Arkansas. The big thing right now is he's having some early struggles throughout camp. I don't expect that to really, he was a player that was like, okay, he may take a little bit to catch on in the NFL. But I think he's a really good player. I don't know if we'll see that really a ton tonight. He may make a couple of plays, especially after the catch or something like that. But, keep in mind also, guys, the Ravens don't have their top two corners and they don't have their number one safety. So if a guy is doing really well, like Treylon Burks is wide receiver 2 for the Tennessee Titans, right behind Robert Woods. And he may get to wide receiver 1 this year. Who knows? But, if a guy's playing late into the first half, and we've got, Pepe Williams out there. And I like Pepe, but, that's a, 4th, 5th round pick going up against a 1st round pick. It's a tough matchup in a lot of these situations. Hopefully our guys are up for the task. But the guy I'm looking forward to, this is all I want tonight. I need a big play from Kyle Hamilton. Whether it's an interception, whether it's just a big hit, doesn't even need to cause a fumble. Just something to shut up the haters. Just something to shut up the haters. That's all I need.
I definitely feel like a play to welcome himself to the NFL and welcome, and say hello to everyone that's been under their radar, that has him under their radar. It definitely would be, eye opener. We've all seen, what he can do, in at his Notre Dame days. Yes, everybody was so frightened or scared about the low 40 time, but a 40 time doesn't always make you. Only thing a 40 does is, put you in a position to get paid more. But you can't teach that skill. Oh yeah, young who for sure. He definitely is, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. I don't know who the Tennessee Titans running backs are. Well, excuse me. If they still have Derrick Henry 2.0, then I see Kyle Hamilton, trying to lay the boom on him. I'm looking forward to that.
They have a young running back that we looked into a fair bit. Mr. Hassan Haskins. The Michigan man.
Hold on. So they still got Derrick Henry 2.0, and they got Hassan?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You gotta be shitting me at this point. They don't want no type of speed back, no scat back. No, we're just gonna go power all day. I see what you're doing, Mike Vrabel. I see what you're doing.
This is an interesting one. Who are the main prospects to be return men for us when Devin Duvernay inevitably takes a more elevated role in the offense? I'll say I don't think that happens this year. I think Duvernay stays as the return man. If he ends up leaving the return game, I think the Ravens' best opportunity, on the roster right now is Tyler Beatty. He does have a history. He has returned. I think he's returned punts or kickoffs. I don't think he's done both. I think it's kickoffs actually. He's a player that I think he could actually do it. But the last year or this year, I guess it is, I really wanted the Ravens to draft a return specialist. I think I was looking at guys like Bo Melton. I cannot remember the cornerback out of Houston. He actually played with Pepe Williams. He was a great return specialist. I was looking at them because I was like, I want Devin Duvernay to take a step into the office. The Ravens didn't draft one yet, so I don't expect them to do it. When he moves on, I expect them to draft somebody to fill that role. But right now, if it happened like mid-season or if Duvernay gets injured, knock on wood, I think it's Tyler Beatty, right now. Or, Justice Hill could do it. The thing is, Justice Hill will be like, I don't expect him to ever have like a crazy big return.
I mean, hey, at least he can go north and south.
That's true. Yeah, Marcus Jones. Thank you, Void. Thank you.
Yeah, we would have heard something out of training camp by now if they've been working someone out as far as fielding kicks and stuff like that. I mean, we haven't been hearing that, so it still sounds like that Devin Duvernay still has that that main role.
I nominate Lamar. Let's get Ben Mason, return specialist.
That would be nice.
Young Hoop, I'm available for return specialist. Coming. Let's see here. How are you all watching the game? So if you're in Baltimore, you can watch it on, I think, local television. I think if you're in New York and there's another city in the Northeast that has it on NFL Network, if you're in that market, I'm pretty sure New York is one of those markets. I cannot remember the other one. Otherwise, it's just, I think you can sign up. There's, I think it's called NFL Plus now. It used to be, I think, Game Pass, but they changed it to NFL Plus. You can do a 7-day free trial, I believe. And I'm pretty sure it's like super cheap. It may be worth it just for preseason. I think it's like $5 a month, or maybe I'm like totally wrong on that, and it's like super expensive, and it's like $35 a month, but I don't think would be worth it. But I think those are kind of the options right now. If you're trying to stream it, but if you're in Baltimore, it should just be on. I don't know what the channel is.
It'd be like channel 13.
Okay. I see. That's a guy to watch tonight. Daniel Falele.
Well, it really depends on where they have him. If they have him at left tackle, then I feel like he's going to struggle. But if they have him at right tackle, I feel like he might have a strong game. But we've been hearing out of the camp. I know you've probably been hearing Amy as well. That he's not a project guy, but he is someone that is needing improvement. So they have been working him a lot at left tackle. He hasn't been doing his best because that's not his natural position. But he's been working day in and day out. So I definitely I like the fact that you brought him up.
And, I'm trying to look at the Titans depth chart right now to kind of bring up some matchups that we could potentially see. I see Juwan James at left tackle. Oh, no.
He needs all the work. He needs all the work, honestly. He's been out for damn near 2 years, so he needs every bit of work.
I see Rashad Weaver out of Pitt. I liked Rashad Weaver coming out of Pitt last season. He could be a guy that would be matching up. That's kind of the only name that I'm like really recognizing, as an edge rusher outside of, they have Bud Dupree, but I don't expect Bud Dupree to be playing. And if he does play, he would only play like one series. But let's see. Oh, Jaden Peavy. He's a interior defensive guy. He came out of Texas A&M. He was a guy that I really liked. But that's kind of it that I'm seeing. They don't have any rookie cornerbacks outside of Avery Trey, who I think is undrafted. Their wide receivers, obviously Treylon Burks, but they have Kyle Phillips. Kyle Phillips out of UCLA. I believe he was I think he was undrafted. No, I think he was drafted in the 5th round. I don't know. This is a really hard thing to read. Yeah, 5th round. Wide receiver, I think he's a slot guy. So that's kind of what I'm... there's not a lot of like great matchups. The Titans did not draft, they didn't have like a ton of picks. The biggest one was Treylon Burks, which the Ravens don't really have a corner that they're trying to match up against him. So there's not any specific guys. Oh, you know who's going to be fun to watch? I just thought about this. Let me see some Jordan Stout punts.
Oh,
this is the only time that I can be excited about punting because it's like, it doesn't matter. So like, let's see some punts. Like, when the Ravens are, playing in the regular season, it's like, don't ever punt because that means the offense failed.
You think they'll let him kick off?
I think if Tucker ends up taking if he only plays the first half or whatever, then I think maybe they let him do some. But I mean, Tucker may play the whole game. Kickers, I don't even know if the Ravens have a backup kicker. I can check right now. Yeah, they don't have a backup.
We didn't bring in nobody this year, surprisingly.
Yeah, Jordan Stout's the backup kickoff specialist. Ooh, who's playing center? That's a good question because
Tristan, I think.
Oh, Tristan Colon Castillo. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. We could maybe see a bit of Patrick McCarry, but I think Tristan Colon Castillo, that makes the most sense.
I think we put Patrick McCarry at I think we keep him in the interior.
I think if we're trying to have the best possible team, we play McCarry. But McCarry, we already know what he can do. Let's get Tristan Colon Castillo some reps, at the center position. I think McCarry's better, but McCarry, let's get him out on tackle. Let's get him out at guard and stuff like that, move him around. Because that's his role, is to be the backup everywhere rather than just center.
Because we got Ben Cleveland and Tyree Phillips battle at left guard. That's going to be interesting. I feel like Tyree Phillips low-key may have the up on Ben Cleveland. But I mean, Ben Cleveland has to have a great showing.
Yeah. He's someone that, he missed practice because of the conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what he's able to do. Other backup linemen the Ravens have, let's see. Trying to see if there's any like rookies that we haven't talked about very much at all.
I mean, the only guy we drafted was Daniel Felihi, and I don't think we got any undrafted O-linemen.
I don't think we have any that are listed on depth chart. We may have someone like super far down.
Yeah.
Boy, this is about 0. Injury, that's the only way. Like, he's good. Like, he's a really good right guard. And Don, how are you doing, Don? Welcome into the stream.
What's going on, man?
That's tough, Don. It's gonna be tough not watching the game, but you can catch the highlights hopefully. No new names on the O line. Let's see here. Someone inside linebackers. I want to see some Diego Fago. I want to see some Zacoby McCain. I think those are both, or McLean. I think those are both guys that are going to be really fighting for that, because the backup linebacker spot, it's also special teams. Yeah. So, is Christian Welch going to get that, who's been kind of a special teams player? I think he's out of Kansas State. I can double check. Oh, no, he's out of Iowa. Different Big Ten, or different, not a Big 12, Big 10 team instead. He's fine. But maybe we get Diego Fago or Zacoby McClain and they step up. But that's about it. Denzel Williams, he could be interesting. I mean, undrafted out of Villanova. And when I was trying to do research on him, cornerback, the only thing that I could ever find was he ran like a 4.4 40-yard dash.
Yeah, between him and Shamar Bridges, there was limited highlights. I saw a couple plays. I actually did see Shamar Bridges catch a deep ball. It was like an inside post, like 30 yards, like between 3 defenders. So, I mean, you don't mind going up there and go get it and coming with it.
Okay, and I see a tweet from Jonas Schaefer that says, DB's not playing. Marlon, Jalen Armour-Davis, Kyle Fuller, Brandon Stevens, Chuck Clark, Marcus Williams. So no Chuck Clark, which means more Kyle Hamilton and Geno Stone, and I think Ardarius Washington.
I think maybe I don't know if Ardarius is on the PUP.
Oh, he may be on the PUP. I mean, it doesn't say that he's not playing.
Oh, I hope not.
I hope he's playing. Oh no. I think he's healthy. He may be on the PUP, which would be unfortunate, but I want to watch him.
Yeah.
Let's see. Safeties, Ravens safeties. Oh, yeah, he's on the PUP right now. Kevon. Oh, strong safeties. Geno Stone, Kyle Hamilton. Man, that's about all we got. I think Brandon Stevens. Wait, is Brandon Stevens out? No, Brandon Stevens. Yeah. Who are we playing at safety? I mean, is it Kyle Hamilton the whole game? He better make a play. That's funny.
I say take advantage of all these reps, honestly.
Oh, 100%. Like, get him playing in the NFL speed. Okay, here we go. Jeff Zrebick just tweeted, long list of Ravens not in uniform for warm-ups. James Prochet, Rashad Bateman, Lamar Jackson, Devin Duvernay, J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, Patrick Ricard, which means we are starting Mr. Ben Mason. Sharp, is that Duron Sharp? I can't remember who Sharp is. I think it's Duron Sharp.
Might be.
David Sharp. Sorry. David Sharp, left tackle. We just signed him. I forgot about that. Tyler Linderbaum, Kevin Zeitler, Morgan Moses, Ronnie Stanley, Brandon Bolden, Bailey Gaither, which is unfortunate. Or not Brandon Bolden. Slade Bolden. Bailey Gaither, Charlie Kohler, Mark Andrews, Nick Boyle. So, wide receivers. Who are we playing at wide receiver? We got to get this camera focus.
Colin Wallace, Shamar, Makai.
I mean, it's the undrafted guys, which I love. Those are all players that I really want to watch. So they are really just going out there saying,
well, Devin Williams. I think Devin Williams will be out there then too, right?
I know Devin Williams was hurt at one point, but hopefully he plays. Yeah.
Okay.
Which, I mean, those are all guys that I really wanted to watch. So
I'll take it.
See, do you think the Ravens are trolling Ben Powers? Dude, I think they're moving him out, making him look good to get a 4th or 3rd round. And that would be hilarious. They're just like, I mean, give him the Kare Vedvik, right? Make a couple of 50-yarders. We'll trade you around for a 5th-round pick. We'll never hear from you again.
I mean, if they can work it out again, by all means, Don. Let's make it happen.
Let's see. Likely is about to eat today. You know, I really hope so. It's going to... Oh, man. I see... Okay, during warm-ups, first team offense consisted of... This is from Jameson Hensley. Tyler Huntley at quarterback. Running back Mike Davis. You know, we're going to see, I think, at the beginning, Mike Davis and Corey Clement. Just because they've played a little bit more. I want to see Tyler Beatty, though. Then we've got... I lost my mouse again. I turned up the PCI or whatever it's called. It's moving too fast. Isaiah Likely, tight end. Tylen Wallace, Jalen Moore, and Benjamin Victor at wide receiver.
Benjamin Victor was hurt.
I also thought Benjamin Victor was hurt, but I'm glad to see him back. He was a guy that I really wanted to see.
Come on, get back in the mix.
There we go. Okay, no Shamar Bridges. Oh, wait, no. They didn't say anything about Shamar Bridges. Bridges, I think, is playing, but okay. We got some guys that I'm excited to see. Jalen Moore and Benjamin Victor. We already got a score prediction in here. Kimberly, confident, 40-6 Ravens.
I like that. We keeping it going. We keeping the streak going. I love it.
And also, guys, just as a preface, so, you know, we obviously do the pregame stream. I changed up the thumbnail from last year. I'm trying to get the thumbnails to look, I don't know, more professional. Hopefully you guys like it. I don't know, leave feedback. But I also have a different post-game stream thing that has like the score and stuff, so it may look different, but we will be live right at the game when the game ends. It's just going to be in a bit different of a looking thumbnail, so just look for the channel name or, you know, whatever. Just kind of letting you guys know so you're not like, where's that stream? I can't find it. It's there. It's just going to have a new thumbnail. But Young Hope, geek to see Bridges and Polk. Yeah, those are my two favorite undrafted wide receivers that we brought in. I really like Mekhi Polk. I think he may make a nice big catch in this game because the Ravens are the only team that cares about winning the preseason, and I don't. I love it. A win's a win.
Yeah.
Let's see. How you doing, Yolanda? Welcome into the stream. We're less than 30 minutes away from Baltimore Ravens football in 2022. Because we didn't even get playoff football this year.
Not at all. Not at all.
Last time we saw the Ravens play a game where it was like, wow, they could really win this game was, I don't know, week 8 last year, week 11 last year. I don't even know when it was. It was a long time ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, trying to stay healthy. This is the original tweet. That's what he was referring to. I really hope we stay healthy. Yes, absolutely. Got to make sure that we try and stay healthy. That's, I think, why the Ravens are being conservative in, not starting all of their veterans, not going, hey, JK, you want to start, even though you tore your... Did he tear his ACL or Achilles?
It was ACL.
It was ACL in the first drive of the game. And he was... Man, that was a great drive by him. I remember watching that and be like, oh, he's looking so good right now. And then it was like, oh, man.
It's working.
Oh, man. Oh, man. That was really unfortunate. Yeah, keep knees out of the danger zone. Yeah, these guys are all going to be playing as hard as possible. And they're also going to be trying to show to the Ravens that they can play Ravens football, which is physical, hard-nosed, but also smart. The Ravens are not going to accept bad penalties. Adafe, every time he got a, roughing the passer call, I mean, he got, all the veterans were like all in his face. Like, it was like, no. It's not about sending the message to the quarterback or whatever. Like, I get we are trying to be physical, but we're trying to be smart first. Be smart, then be physical. I mean, Lamar's not playing, so it's probably more likely.
No, most definitely we want to hurry up for sure. My man, Snoop, he gonna have all the plays already down. They gonna keep it moving.
They've already just pre-programmed the first half, and they're just like, all right, go out there and run them as fast as possible. Do you think preseason games help set the momentum for the season? I don't think so personally, because I just feel like overall these guys, because there's like a week break, and it's all about setting momentum for yourself, and since everyone plays in the preseason, and if you make the roster, that's all that matters. Like, winning the game doesn't matter, from a personal momentum standpoint. It's about playing better yourself, but everyone that makes the roster played well in the preseason typically, so everyone gets about the same momentum from preseason. Maybe there's a wide receiver that played really well. Individually, I think it helps, but as a team, I don't think so. Maybe it makes your practice a little bit harder, but I don't see any correlation. Maybe there is, but I don't think so.
I mean, it definitely builds up the confidence, like you say, of those individuals. I say it builds the confidence of those guys because they've been battling since they got to training camp and everything like that. Now they get to go up against other opponents that's not their teammates. So you do get that momentum in that sense. You do get the camaraderie from your teammates that are not playing, because they're going to be on the sideline coaching you, sometimes hyping you up. And this Ravens organization for the past couple of years that not Ray Lewis, that Lamar Jackson has taken over the helm as QB, these guys are showing it's more of a brotherhood. So I don't, in that sense, that camaraderie, that that sense of brotherhood, playing together, seeing how those guys, will help, that starting team. I think that can carry you on into the regular season and build up momentum like that. Because I see what this guy did against this competition. I know what he can bring in the table. I see what he's been doing in the training camp. I like what we got going. I like what we cooking here, and we can go out and eat. So I mean, as far as the winning, I don't think that builds momentum. But as far as the confidence in the individual player itself and the camaraderie from the vets, coaching up those young guys and see how those young guys come out there and play. I think you gain momentum that way going into the season.
Yeah, and trying to build momentum is always something that you're always trying to do, but the issue is most of the starters aren't playing. I
Right.
think is the difficult part. So like maybe like the depth pieces I think have a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
Maybe that gives them the energy and the confidence. So maybe a guy gets hurt or a guy gets tired, they get subbed in. They have a little bit more juice because they're like, man, the last time I was out on the field, I did pretty good for myself. So I can get out there and really do something. But I see. Let's see here. What's your prediction on David Ojabo? I think Harbaugh said middle of the season at the latest, week 9 at the latest. I'll say he gets back a little bit early. Everything's looking like he gets early. I'm gonna say week 8 early. It's about midseason, but week 8 is kind of my guess.
I'm gonna give him right. I'll give him the week before Thanksgiving.
Actually, when's the Ravens bye?
I think our bye is actually like around week 10 this year. Possibly.
Yeah, so maybe something where like, if it's about around the bye, they may go, okay, yeah, week 10. Yeah, I think it makes most sense if his first game is week 11, so has the bye, then gets to play because maybe he gets to practicing and warming up. Yeah. Maybe he's activated. Maybe comes in for a few plays before the bye week, but then they're like, okay, now we're really gonna get you into your role. Like use like the pre-bye week as week week 9 that would be as like your preseason. All right, here you go. We're gonna give you a few reps at pass rusher. Let's see, who do they play before that? Oh, that's okay. That's not it. Those aren't easy teams to beat. I was gonna say if they're bad teams, then it's like okay, go out there. We're winning by a lot. They're playing the Bucks and the Saints right before that. So
I'm gonna say the back end of the season. That's really the dogfight. We've been going through that for I'm gonna say the past couple of years. The back end of the season.
Yeah, and could Travis Jones start this year? 100%. I think there's a good chance. I think we're going to see him more than Michael Pierce already because Michael Pierce is only valuable in run situations. If we're playing against the Tennessee Titans, Michael Pierce is going to be out there more. But if we're playing against the Buffalo Bills, Michael Pierce doesn't need to be out on that field. Travis Jones is going to be starting next to Matabike because they're not running the ball.
Right.
If you're not running the ball, Travis Jones, and the Ravens are going to be winning a lot. I fully expect that. And when you're winning, teams pass. Travis Jones is going to be, I think he's without a doubt going to be a starter. P.S. Killa.
I definitely agree with that.
Don C, no worries. Always great to have you. Hope you have a good night. We're just gonna keep chilling. Is there a battle for the third quarterback spot?
No. We don't have that many QBs on the roster, player.
I mean, there may technically be a battle between Brett Hundley and Anthony Brown, but I think we only keep 2 quarterbacks, and both of them are probably added to the practice squad.
Unless we send Snoop to the Commanders. I hear Carson Wentz is messing up.
Maybe. I hear Tom Brady sitting out. Tampa Bay, you wanna?
I heard Trask is decent. Is that the second string Trask? Something like that.
I don't think Trask has any future in the NFL.
I mean, that's cool by any means.
Like I don't think it. Like I don't know. Like there's a lot of people that are like, ooh, but Kyle Trask. I'm like, Kyle Trask wasn't good in college.
What school did he go to?
Florida.
Ay. University of Florida don't really produce quarterbacks like that no more.
I mean, honestly, when was the last University of Florida quarterback that was good in the NFL? I mean, like they had Tebow, who was good in college, but
Tebow made a lot of magic now.
That's true.
But
him and Demaryius Thomas. Shout out to them beating the Steelers.
Hey man, but everybody in the chat, man, make sure y'all smashing up the like button. Helping us out. We got to get out to more of the Ravens Nation and also the TTB family. And make sure you all are dropping hashtag TTB fam in the chat. Trying to start something new this season, y'all. Get us a couple hashtags going. You feel me?
I see. Yeah, not concerned preseason. The big thing is, I see, and the game is on at 7:30. So in 15 minutes, the game will be on. Shout out to Young Hoop,
Hey,
TTB gang. Look at that.
I can rock with that.
Yeah, 7:30 the game starts, and we're not going to be live during the game. Y'all wouldn't want to watch me. I mean, if we were streaming during the game, it would just be me doing this. Like, Greg Roman, what are you doing? I don't know. Maybe that'd be enjoyable, but that's about all I do. But Adafe away is starting. I saw Jamison Hensley tweeted out 2 minutes ago. Ravens have 3 projected starters shooting for the preseason opener: Ben Powers, Adafe, and Michael Pierce.
Ben Powers. Yikes. Nasty business. Nasty business, Ravens. What are we doing? Last time I seen Ben Powers, he was in the backfield.
It was probably on the ground in the backfield.
That too.
And I see they better be careful with away. 100%. I don't know who's starting. I want to find. Okay, I gotta go. I don't know who the Titans beat reporters are, but let's see if I can find if the Titans are starting certain players. Trying to see. I'm excited to see Malik Willis, though. I think that's going to be really interesting. It's always fun to see a rookie quarterback. I can't find anything on Titan starters, so we'll see for them. Yeah, Ravens trying to flip Ben Powers for a 5th. I would love it. Actually, we kind of need the depth. I thought you said Ben Mason, not Ben Powers. Let's see. Bailey's at. Where does Bailey's at play? I know the Cardinals are starting Trace McSorley. I think tomorrow they play, but yeah, if Charlie Kohler would be, really fun to watch in this game, but I feel like he's more of a in-season guy because his benefit is like the blocking aspect. That's going to be the Ravens aren't going to be running like difficult schemes in the preseason, and so the blocking's not going to be as valuable. But Isaiah Likely, this is the time to shine because they're just going to be like, yo, run some routes.
P.S. Keller, where have you been? You don't know? I've been on the train for the gorilla. That's my dog. I don't even know him personally. Listen, trust me, before the season is over, he's gonna be lined outside of Rashad Bateman. I promise you that. It's gonna be a couple sets. They're gonna have him lined outside of Rashad Bateman.
Yeah. They're gonna be running, fade routes in the end zone to him.
They got to. If they don't, they're done.
Zapp's on the Pats. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. No, the Patriots are playing right now. Hold on. Is Bailey Zapp just playing right now? Pretty sure the Patriots are playing right now. Yeah. Well, they're losing. Patriots haven't gotten the ball yet. Okay. Well, I guess I will not find out yet. Shout out to the Giants. They're winning. Daniel Jones, 3 for 6 passing.
Holy mackerel.
Dominant. What?
It's a holy mackerel.
I mean, yeah, it's 3-0. I bet Kayvon Thibodeau gets 2 sacks in the first drive. If he's playing. I don't know if he's playing right now. He may be hurt. I have no idea.
Oh, not this thing. Yikes.
We'll see. I have no idea. Maybe he's not. 20-game win streak. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, this is the most important win streak in the history of football. Brian Hoyer is starting the game for the Patriots.
Tough.
I can't even believe Brian Hoyer's still in the league. How old is that dude?
Gotta be
He's 36. Wow.
Yikes. Who was the oldest guy drafted? Wasn't he by the Browns? Was it Brandon Whedon? Was he 27 when he got drafted or something? Something like that.
Oh, there's probably been an older guy. I'm sure, in the 70s, there's probably a guy that was 40, which is hey, you should draft me.
Yo, he probably pulled a Vince Papale the whole time.
Now I gotta look it up.
Remember, it was Brandon Williams, Brian Hoyer, And I've got who the other quarterback.
Brandon Weeden was the oldest first-round pick.
Oh God.
Chris Wenke was 29 when he got drafted as a fourth-rounder.
God dang.
Who's drafting a 29-year-old quarterback? Like, just sign him. I don't know. Brian Hoyer knows this Belichick system, I guess. Jay Taylor. Who's Jay Taylor? Oh, it's J.J. Taylor. The Patriots also have Pierre Strong, who I liked out of South Dakota State.
Oh, okay.
But
Running back, right?
yeah. But they've got like 35 running backs. I don't know why they drafted him. Like last year, they started 4 running backs like every game, and they drafted, I think, multiple running backs.
Yeah, I'm not even worried about. We got other problems. We got other fish to fry. We'll see them in the regular season. We do play them in the regular season, right?
I don't. Yeah, we do. We play in week 3.
Yeah.
We start our first 4 games are all against the AFC East.
Honestly, we should win, but I'm not about to count nobody out. Should be a 4-0 sweep, but I'm not going to. I'm not trying to like disrespect nobody, but can't say it's going to be a cake. I'm not trying to say it's going to be a cakewalk either. But we should come up with W's.
Very excited for Beatty. I am too. I really want to see him in the passing game.
Yeah.
On pitch plays, stuff like that. Because I think that's where he's going to be used. Jet sweeps, that type of deal. See. Belichick is sabotaging the passing craft. I'm not against that. I'm not against that at all.
What if he goes back to Cleveland and make them
That'd be hilarious.
Make them a dominant organization again,
Beatty in that outside zone stretch is going to be money. Yeah. Get Beatty running behind Daniel Falele.
Oh, for sure. Come on now.
And legendary Raven Ben Mason.
Hey, I guess that could work too.
Yago, man. Purple up. Let's get it. Let's see. I don't know if Mike Davis makes the team. Maybe until Gus Edwards gets healthy, but that's kind of my only. Once Gus Edwards is healthy, like, we don't need 3 Gus Edwards.
Yeah, I see us possibly train them all somewhere. Don't know who, but I feel like he'll get enough in our system where he can still earn a job somewhere, still being effective.
Yeah. We need Superman Brashad Perriman. Watch Roman call the game of his life. In non-important games, Roman's typically pretty fine.
Yeah.
I think we keep 4 backs all season. I do think we keep 4 backs, but I think it's JK, Gus, Beatty, and I think we probably keep Hill because of the special teams aspect of being a great gunner.
Yeah.
And we got what? We probably got about 3 minutes left in this stream. We'll be live when the game ends, guys, so don't worry. We'll go, talk about everything that happened and all the players and stuff like that. So super excited for that, so stay tuned. But Joshua, last couple of minutes, let's get the predictions going. 1 offensive, 1 defensive, bold prediction. Let's get it going. What are you thinking?
Isaiah Likely goes off for 140 yards, 2 touchdowns as a tight end. Pepe Williams. Matter of fact, no, I'm not going to say Pepe. My secondary comes with two picks. One of them might be returned to the house.
I think that interception is made by Kyle Hamilton on Malik Willis.
Okay.
And I think Kyle Hamilton is playing deep, and he makes a one of those just really nice, recognize it, long run, and able to jump in front. And then offensively, I think we see a Tylan Wallace mossing of a defensive back for a touchdown. Not a touchdown, a sideline grab, maybe 30, 40 yards down the field. That's
Okay.
kind of my guess.
I like that.
Gino INT, where can I live stream the game? If I think NFL.com if you're in New York or Baltimore, and then NFL Plus I think is the other spot.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if
I think Prochet is out, unfortunately. Go
This
man.
is not playing tonight.
Unfortunately, I really wish he was, but let's see. Huntley, this seems realistic. 135 passing yards, playing probably only the first half, maybe the first quarter. Then 56 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. That is a Tyler Huntley stat.
I can respect
Like, doesn't get a lot of touchdowns passing, but moves the ball down the field. The offense is somewhat efficient. Ooh, Devin Williams gets a mossing.
Okay. I like that.
Pinned inside the 5. I'm saying we get a pin job from Mr. Jordan Stout. And I think we get a sick dance after. I don't know why, but I'm feeling a celebratory dance, Marquette King style. Maybe not with a flag, but Marquette King was so much fun to watch.
Yo, he made punting so fun to watch.
He's the only punter mixtape that I'm watching on a regular basis.
I respect it.
Oh, is Devin Williams not playing? Darn. That's it. All right, guys. Got to wrap up the stream here. The game's about to start. Stay tuned. We'll be tweeting and stuff like that, but we'll be live right after the game ends, talking about analyzing all the things that happen. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for coming. Joshua, do you want to wrap it up? Say, one last word?
I mean, you already know, y'all. Make sure y'all following us on Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube page. Smash the like. #TTB gang. Shout out to DJ for giving us the hashtag, man. Let's have fun, y'all. It's Ravens season and it's time to ball. Y'all have a good one.